Can we go?
Hello. Yes, I can see the clock's ticking. We are live, as I say. Welcome to our festive cruise chat with a cuppa. I'm going to give a few people an opportunity to jump in quickly. If you're watching on playback, that's great. Welcome. So I better introduce everybody very quickly before I get my butt kicked like I did last week. Allison from Glasgow, welcome.
Oh, hi, everyone. Festive hat on, lights are flashing, cuppa in hand, peppermint tea today. So,
See,
good to see
you
everyone.
joined in, aren't you? You have the flashing Christmas hat, and you have your cup with you, Now, I also like to recommend, say hi from Virginia. We have the wonderful Chillie Cruises. Hi, Chillie.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Chillie, where's your hat? Where's your Christmas hat?
I'm bah humbug.
You are bah humbug.
Oh, I've been a bah humbug person forever. Now, I went 20-some years, Pete, where all my income for the year was made, in the summer months. So, through most of the fall, I had no money coming in. So by the time we got to Christmas, I was broke. And it was New Year's weekend before I had my first big gig every year. So, I had an influx of money again. So
that's your excuse for having no Christmas hat.
Bah humbug. I would rather Christmas have been July the 1st, and hell, I'd been great.
Are you going to rebrand to Ebenezer Cruises?
Well, that's a good possibility. I just might have to do that.
I quite like that one because Chillie has a go at me, don't you, Chillie? What did you say about me?
Well, Pete, you're just
lots of things
really badly, very well.
Yeah, he says I do. Chillie says I do. I don't know what I'm doing really well. Yeah?
Very well. Yeah.
Season's greetings to travel with Johnny and Will. Merry Christmas. Please wish us a happy Christmas. Now, the same, right? I make my money at different times. I looked around. I haven't got any Christmas hats or any Christmas jumpers or anything Christmassy at all. Apart from, by the way, I do have my cuppa, which that is Christmassy. Look at that, yeah?
Like that,
and
Pete.
I'm going to fill my cuppa first of all, so you can see that. And there's my pot, as you can see. But this pot does not have tea. It actually has coffee. And there's a reason for that. So I just poured it so you can see it. There you go. Right.
Is that just coffee, Pete, or has it got a little Irish edition in there? Oh, I knew it. How did I guess?
I've got. There we go.
You could have poured that in a cup of tea, couldn't you? Or is that illegal over there?
Oh no.
No. It's not illegal. But I am being
the cheapskate. Not nice.
I am the cheapskate, yeah. I am the cheapskate. So I figured I've got to have some kind of Christmassy stuff, yeah. Because we told everybody it's a festive cruise chat, yeah. So I do have a Christmas hat. And before I do that, I'm just going to say, Jack, hi, Jack. Greetings from Texas. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, look at that, 46 in Texas. Wow. That would be nice.
Lizzie, hi Lizzie. Thank
you, Lizzie.
How you doing?
Hi, Lizzie.
You love Addison's hat, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not sure you're going to love my hat. Hi, Nikki from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, no. 74. That would be lovely.
Hey, Daniel. Yeah, shipmates. Hey,
Daniel.
Ahoy. How you doing, my friend? Yeah. Right. Okay. Are you ready for my really bad, dodgy Christmas hat? Yeah. I apologize. I do apologize.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. That's not a Christmas hat.
Did you make that yourself, Pete?
Yeah, I did. I haven't got anything Christmassy. So if you look, I have behind me, yeah. That's the set. That is our Christmas set, yeah. We spend fortunes, don't we? We really do, yeah. Obviously, that's my Christmas wrapping paper because I haven't bought any presents, so they don't need it, yeah. Because I'm going to be a Scrooge, aren't I, Chillie? Yeah. But yeah, this is my version of the Christmas.
It's your Blue Peter moment, Pete.
What do you think? Right. I think before if you've got any questions, by the way, please ask us. Thank you so much. Points for effort. Yeah, I'm not going to get points for artistic, am I?
No.
But I'm Chillie speechless. I just want to explain, by the way, we haven't put the StreamYard link out there today, right? Purely because we had the idea of inviting people to join us live on the show and surprise us. That's what we really hope would happen. But we kind of figured out, we've been told it's not going to work because of when we put it out there, it's out there and it can get shared and we could have anyone just jump in, as we've had in our Zoom calls, Chillie, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
And it could cause us a major issue with Facebook and YouTube. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that. Somebody buy me a Christmas hat.
We'll have a whip round, Tony.
Guess what I want for Christmas, yeah? I want for Christmas. Good news meeting went well. Oh, okay. That's fantastic news, Daniel. Keep us up, keep us informed on that one.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Where's Chillie's?
Yeah, well, Chillie doesn't have one.
Exactly.
So, and why not?
Yeah, I'm not near as bad now as I used to be. Well, I'm retired and I don't have to count on that money flow anymore, cash flow. But yeah, I'm a lot better than I used to be. But still to be really all gung ho and Christmassy and stuff, no, I'm just not there anymore. So,
oh dear. Right.
I'll send you one for next year, Chillie. I'll post one out to you.
I'm going to get some Cruising Pete. You need blue spanners in chat. Daniel, I'm lost. Anyone lost on that one?
Yep, lost me.
Okay,
I'm not familiar with blue spanners either, so I'm not sure what.
Please let us know what you mean.
Tony, good question,
what is
Tony.
your favourite things to eat at Christmas? Eat
everything.
Well, in this country, we do things. We're kind of weird. We just had Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, we celebrated getting rid of all you people on the other side of the pond, and that's what we're thankful for. I think that's what started, with the Indians and the Pilgrims and all that business. So we celebrate and getting rid of Pete and Allison and all you folks on that side of the pond, and almost everybody over here does turkey and dressing and taters and all that kind of stuff at Thanksgiving. Yep. Then we come right around at Christmas and do the same thing all over again, which makes no sense to me, but it never did.
Yeah, Daniel says other words moderators, by the way. Yeah, we do. That's the three of us, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, to moderate it live, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, it's something to think about, Daniel, which we will do for the new year, by the way, on that one. Allison, what's your favourite thing to eat at Christmas?
Yeah, well, I just absolutely it has to be my favourite dinner of the year. I could eat Christmas dinner all year. I just absolutely love it, and I love cooking it. So yeah, turkey, just all the trimmings, the roast veg, the cranberry sauce, the gravy, just everything. I just love Christmas dinner. I say I can't get enough of it. I could have it all year round, to be quite honest. So yeah, I'm just delighted when Christmas comes round.
Do you have Christmas haggis?
No, we don't have Christmas, but of course we have haggis straight after Christmas. As soon as Christmas is over, we come into haggis eating season. For Burns. So yeah, January the shops, as soon as Christmas over the shops. I mean, you get haggis all year round, but yeah, just more in January. It's just lots of haggis, which I love.
Tony's in the US, and
you tried haggis, Chillie?
Lasagna and ham.
Oh
wow! I mean, I have to admit, for me, it's got to be Christmas pudding.
Oh no,
brandy butter.
Not
absolutely.
No,
I mean that's what I just love. I get drunk on the brandy butter.
Yeah,
now,
isn't it?
I'll tell you one of the things that I found most interesting in my lifetime about Christmas.
Oysters.
Once upon a time, I'm going back. It was right after Columbus discovered America, somewhere along in there. I was married to this Italian woman, and I'm not making any. This is not politically incorrect and all that. Just don't give me that bunch of bull, folks. She was Italian. She was actually a Nobleton. If any of you are Italian out there, she was her family was from the Naples area, and we used to do a Christmas Eve thing that some of the folks from the Naples area, I guess, started 18,000 years ago, where on Christmas Eve, they do 13 different fishes. Now, have you ever tried to come up with 13 different things out of the water for a meal? We did that every year, and that was fascinating for me.
Wow!
So, and I enjoyed that.
Nikki does
what do they have Christmas Day, Chillie? For then, if they have the fish,
then right back to the same thing: turkey, ham.
Oh, really? Okay, wow.
So when we cooked, I mean, literally, we would have her fish. She had a huge family, and on Christmas Eve we would have, like 40 people over for this 13 different fishes thing. And then we'd have, I call them the Italian National Army there for Christmas Day the next day. And we'd have 30 or 40 people there on Christmas Day. So, I mean, we literally cooked for a week before Christmas. And I mean, that was back in the day when I cooked a lot,
Nikki she's doing oysters for Christmas dinner this year.
Wow.
Nice, Nikki.
Yeah. Pork belly for Christmas this year.
Pork belly.
Busy. That sounds.
We do 13 fishes, not dessert Christmas Eve.
Last course is coconut cake.
Oh, right. I'm coming to yours, Nikki and Roger. That sounds good to me.
We do 13 fishes, nuts, etc. Christmas Eve.
There you go.
There we go, Chillie.
Yeah, Tony does that too. Go. Wow. I've never heard of that before. Wow.
And the P&O, the Britannia, is in Barbados now. Don't we wish? One of the questions we're going to talk about is Christmas cruising, by the way. If you've cruised at Christmas, let us know. Let us know what you think about cruising for Christmas.
Or if you're on a cruise right now.
The idea of the P&O in, Britannia in Barbados. I cruised on the Britannia for the first time from Southampton, unfortunately. And we just went on the UK, 3-day cruise, UK staycation, but Britannia in Barbados. That is something I would love to do.
Chillie, have you done Christmas cruising? You've cruised many times? No. You've done Christmas cruises?
No, I haven't. My family generally, they object to very little that I do, but they would probably give me a lot of grief if I take off for Christmas.
Are you sure? But they might be happy, Chillie. They might wave you goodbye.
Get rid of the old bah humbug guy. Yeah, maybe they would be. I don't know. Maybe I should just take the hell with them and leave. Yeah.
But then I think I saw a comment from somebody on one of the posts. I guess for Christmas, you've got those who are going away on the cruise ships to celebrate Christmas, but you've probably also got those who are really not into celebrating Christmas, who maybe just want to get away from it. So you've probably got a good mix on the cruise ships and not the whole Christmas thing that you expect. But I would love to be. I think my ideal would be going around Bethany's post the Christmas cruises around the river cruise, so get the real Christmas feel for it, hop on a plane and go to the sunshine for Christmas. That would be fantastic.
I found Bethany's entire trip fascinating.
Absolutely.
I was lucky enough to have used a lot of her trip on my shows during the week, and then and did a live stream with her there toward the end, but absolutely fascinated with that whole area, and which I have never been in. So that was
I just want
great.
to say hello to Brian. It's not Brian. I know it's not Brian. Hi, Susan. How are you doing? She says hello. Joined me from Wales. I met Susan on the recent trip on the Anthem of the Seas. A fantastic cruise. People saying good bit. Guys, lady, I want to talk about what we did last week, by the way. So I don't know about you. I don't know if anybody knows me, but I had a bit of a crazy week last week because I've been in a show in the UK called Holby City for 23 years. I was actually there in episode 1, and unfortunately the BBC have decided to drop the show, and on Friday we had the last ever day on Holby, and I was lucky enough to be there. Yeah. Now I'll just show you the footage. Where is it? Me on foot. This is me. Could you believe? 23 years ago on Holby City. Yes, I was an anaesthetist. I'm not sure what operation. We were doing a heart transplant, if I remember. Yeah, we were doing a heart transplant, and sadly, we had our very, very last day yesterday. That was us outside. We had a pizza oven. We had a party. Yeah, we had, after 23 years, a Holby party planned, and this is it. And sadly,
Wow.
it was cancelled because of what's happening in the UK. We all know what's happening in the UK.
Yeah.
And they couldn't take the opportunity. They couldn't take the chance. And we were filming on Friday, the last day, and we did have a couple of unfortunate incidents as well. It was very, very tough. And it's a real sad thing. And after 23 years, guess what I got? After 23 years, I've been on the show.
Did they give you your head? They give you your head?
I'm going to talk about that. No, that is what I got. A BBC Holby notepad saying thank you for being part of the Holby family from 1998 to 2020, 2021. And it really is a family, you know. And that was me yesterday. I took loads of photographs, but I haven't taken any photographs. I'm not going to show the ones of everybody else. That's there. Now you're talking about my head, yeah?
Yep.
If you don't know, by the way, I'm known on Holby. I have a nickname. I'm called the Head. And the reason I'm called the Head is that, yeah. I had a prosthetic head made up to go on the bed to give the actors a break, but it just happened to be made by a young lady called Lucy, who did my head, painted my head. Then one day I went in and all the actors are going, Pete, everyone's going to see your head. It's freaky. It's scary. It's like the most real thing we've ever seen. Now, Lucy, who painted my head, then went on to paint Gary Oldman's face in Darkest Hour, and she won an Oscar.
Wow.
So there is my head. There it is. That's my head being operated on. That's not me, by the way, honestly. So it was actually a very, very sad day yesterday, saying goodbye to Holby. And this was how it was made, by the way. That's what I went through.
Wow.
Time out. But wait a minute. But we got to back up here, Pete.
Oh dear.
Now, the prosthetic head is in the bed like you're dead, right?
Let me go back to it.
You had your head cut off or something.
You're
that
one there.
The one where you're looking down at yourself.
Go
to the next picture.
Oh, the one I'm looking down at myself. This one here.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you dead there, or do you survive?
No, what it is that was actually taken by one of the actresses, and she took it on her Instagram, right? Because she couldn't believe how realistic it was. My head just happened to be on the bed. That particular, I've operated on my own head a number of times as an anaesthetist, yeah. And there are episodes of Holby where you can see me operating on my own head, which is a little bit, you know, but it has been done. So no, it is alive. I'm alive, but my head kind of isn't. It's not meant to be recognised.
What are the plans for your head for the future? What is your head going to be appearing in the future?
I was hoping to come on this show today, yeah, and have my head with me. Instead, I just have my dodgy looking hot water bottle cover there, yeah, right? I was hoping to do that, but I was informed I had a good chance of. I'm thinking, what are they going to do with my head?
Yeah.
I wanted it for Halloween. I was thinking when I open the door with the kids for Halloween, I'm going to have the best time ever. The best time ever. But unfortunately, BBC Archives have selected a few items to take away from the show as mementos of the show. And because it's not me, because it was painted by an Oscar winner, who then went on to do Star Wars and Game of Thrones and things like that, it meant that I was never going to get my head. I'm never going to get my head. But it was a really sad day for myself, yeah. I was in a show for 23 years from episode 1. I was there from the last episode. I wasn't one of the main actors, but I was part of the anesthetic team. So it was an amazing run. So I just feel very, very sad that that's kind of come to an end. And basically, all I've got to show for it now is not a head, it's a BBC notebook. But
so
I was on a cruise.
When does the last episode go out, Pete? When does the last episode go out?
The last episode goes out in March.
Okay.
And they're going to have a good big party in March in town to celebrate. And I'm probably going to be on a cruise.
No.
But this is a chap. That's a chap called Bob Barrett. He plays Sasha. And he's one of the famous actors on Holby City. And I was on a cruise and I got asked, Bob Barrett plays Sasha. Sasha is like a big teddy bear. Yeah. And he's the nicest character you're ever going to meet on a show. And a person on the cruise said to me, Pete, please tell me that Bob is as nice as Sasha. Well, I can tell the world, Bob is not as nice as Sasha. He's nicer. He's one of the most amazing, wonderful people you're ever going to meet. And I'm sure he's going to have a huge, it's massive success anyway. So I managed to get a photograph with Bob yesterday. I got photographs of loads of people yesterday, but it's a bit chaotic. So that was my week. Please tell us about your week out there. Now, your week, what's happening today, Allison?
Me, well, you might have noticed I keep looking to the side there and scrolling up and down. So again, a lot of people probably don't know, but I work in football. So my team are actually playing in a cup final today here in Glasgow at Hampden Park. I could have gone, but decided against it today. I normally do go. So yeah, well, I'm looking to the side to keep scrolling up and down, and I can tell you at the moment we're in the second half, and it's 1-1. It's 1-1 at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that one. So apart from that, yeah, just been a busy normal week in football. We've had game yesterday, game today, coming up to the Christmas period. Yeah, we've still got games going on. So yeah, football never stops. So that's been my week.
You're here with us while your team is in the cup final. You work for them. You could have gone. Yeah. And you'd rather be here with Chillie and myself, yeah? Me wearing a stupid hat.
In the warm, in the warm, watching it.
Pete, if you believe that, Pete, I got some land in Florida I want to sell you, man. I tell you what. I know full well Allison would rather be out there water girl for the football team or whatever it is that you do for those football players.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I'm normally out there in the freezing cold, and it would have been cold today.
Now, I am surprised that with the situation you guys are in over there right now, which is, I mean, it's bad in the U.S., but it's not as bad as you guys have gotten it here in the last week, especially. I mean, we've got a bunch of football games this week over here, our kind of football, that they've moved them, and there's all kinds of people. It's just awful.
Yeah.
Now, Chillie, what your week? You tried to skip that, but you're not going to skip it. Just let us know give us an idea of what's been happening in your crazy week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did all my usual stuff. I mean, my daily show, and I got the Cruz Amigos coming up here this afternoon, my afternoon at 7:00 y'all's time, by the way. It's Cruz Amigos. So and we're going to do much the same thing on the Cruz Amigos today we're doing here. We're just going to talk a little bit about Christmas and cruising Christmas and things like that. But I've had two things happen this week that have been make the week awful. Not awful, but just challenging, I guess would be the right way to put it. Number one, some of you that have followed my health issues this past year know that I went through prostate cancer. I went through 6 months of chemo. I almost died twice. I'm on oxygen permanently. Although when I'm sitting like this, I can go hours and not need my oxygen, but it is literally within 2 feet of me. If I lose my breath, I grab it and back on. My problem is that I can't walk from here to the door, which is 20 feet away, without the oxygen. That's where I lose totally, and get huffing and puffing. The other problem has nothing to do with the oxygen, but it had more to do with the prostate cancer and all that business and the chemo. And that had to do with for a year this weekend, I have been in a catheter. And I hate to say that out in public, but folks, it's the truth of the matter. I've been in a catheter for a year. And that is a pain in the,
pain in somewhere.
It's a pain. Yeah.
It
certainly hasn't been good to do in the public, because you're carrying a bag around and stuff.
Wow.
It's just not real nice. So those of you that know me know that I'm going back to cruising here in 30 days or so from now.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm going to be on a boat for the first time in 2 years, and I'm tickled pink about it. So I said, look, let's do a trial of taking this thing out and see if maybe it'll go back to working again without it. Folks, today is day 7 without.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to get my hopes up that this is going to work. I'm not going to have this.
Everyone's really happy for you with it all.
So,
and also,
that's been how my week has started off.
And the dogs. You've got these dogs that you're looking after.
Then my niece, my niece is a pet sitter. She lives in a house here with me. So my niece is had another client that needed her to stay at their house, which that's usual and no problem, except Amanda is already keeping 2 dogs here for the holidays, which we do for just a few special clients of hers. And the dogs are very needy. And one of them is on all kinds of meds and stuff. And which I've done in the past, helping Amanda out when she's been out of town and stuff. But since all this has happened, I'm just not as up to it as I've been. So I've been taking care of these 2 dogs with my 2 cats. It's just been so it's been a nutty day.
The dogs going crazy with the cats. So there we go. That's what we've been doing this week. Let us know what you've been doing this week as well. Now, Lizzie, I did the Queen Victoria over Christmas. It was my birthday present. Wow, Lizzie, how great is that? I loved it. So classy. There.
Wow, fabulous.
We have Susan. Hi, Pete. I've joined you for. I've seen that one already, haven't I? Let's go.
Yeah.
Lizzie says I counted 27 Christmas trees on the QV. Wow. 27. Amazing. That's a lot of Christmas. I hope it's better than the one we got in from Norway, by the way, in Trafalgar Square. Our poor little sad Christmas tree. Not looking good. Reminder to all, should all meet at the airport. Don't say hi. I know, Jack. I know. We're being big
Jack,
trouble.
that is the very thing that you can bet your life that Pete will see.
Well, you know me. I'm the one that said, all right, chaps, didn't I? On the escalator to the CEO of MSC, the captain and the head butler. So, Jack, you don't want to go cruising with me, mate, because I'm liable to go, hi, Jack. How you doing? Can you imagine that? Oh, I'll do it with you. Daniel, yes. Absolutely. No way. You should keep your head. I know.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do with it, Pete? It's just going to sit in a box forevermore.
Well,
do you think?
It says BBC Archives. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that probably means like I'm thinking, somebody's
warehouse. Closet.
Yeah. Or it's going to turn up in some random program somewhere, and you're going to be watching the telly and see your head in something. That'll be quite incredible.
it's gonna be scare people, isn't it? I know. Lucy came back for an episode of Holby, who painted my head, having won the Oscar, and I said to her, Lucy, where's the Oscar? She's like, it's in a cupboard up north. Probably with my head now. Jack, just going through this. Jack, yeah. There we go. Jack was on the oxygen boat. There we go. And it's great to see everyone doing really well. It really is.
Absolutely.
I hope you never need it again, Chillie. I agree with that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Makeup artist Lucy Sibic, correct, Nikki. That is the young lady who walked down the red carpet and won an Oscar for Gary Oldman's Churchill, and's gone on to do the most incredible things. You know, a really lovely, generous, quiet, modest person. And it's so nice that someone like that can actually win an Oscar. And can you imagine what she went through having to paint my face? That poor lady. So she deserved that Oscar, didn't she?
She did.
Pete, you're missing the most important thing about this whole business with you and I like to call you a soap opera star. Even though we call them soap operas in this country, but any television show that's been on for 23 years, it's got to be a soap opera. But
it has.
You've learned how to wear a mask before any of us ever thought that would be in the world of realm of possibilities.
Well, do you know what? I posted a photograph. I posted this photograph of the first ever episode. Let me find it again.
So how many people? I
posted this, and do you know what, Chillie, Allison? One of my mates posted. Do you know what he posted? He goes, "Pete, you started a trend."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started a trend. So yeah, you're absolutely correct. You really are. I go through a few more comments, and we're going to. Sad to hear MSC cancelled the next few cruises on Magnifica. I didn't know that.
Where was Magnifica sailing from, Lizzie Lou? Where was that going to be?
Because I'm booked on her with the gang from the Anthem of the Seas, and we're booked on her in March the 15th, doing the same cruise. It's just been cancelled.
I'm glad to know that, Lizzie, because that had not come across my desk for my news stuff. So,
and I was tempted to jump on that last minute, as well. Southampton. It's just going to Europe, and that's the cruise, by the way. Well, it's cost me less than £500 for a balcony. Can you believe? Right now, we a couple of little things. We had a few questions, as you know. This is going live on Cruise and Pete's. It will get rebranded at some point, by the way, the YouTube channel, and Cruises for Solo is the Facebook group. And Allison, there's a few questions that Allison, Chillie and myself are all the admin for it, all the moderator and admin. And this are a few questions that you saw.
Yeah, it was just one of the posts somebody put up about, I think they're on a cruise just now, and said that somebody spoke to them about traveling solo. And one of the comments that came up was, I don't travel solo, I travel with me, myself and I, and we all have a great time. And I just thought that was an absolutely fantastic quote, from somebody, just, a good perspective of traveling solo is different for everybody. And some people travel solo to go and meet lots of different people, but other people just like, their own company and doing the fact they can do their own thing. And I thought that was a fantastic quote, just kind of summed it up perfectly, that you don't have to necessarily always travel with someone. You can be perfectly happy and travel everywhere by yourself and enjoy the experience. So that was a great quote from me.
That's for your show tomorrow, Chillie. That from Daniel there. You got that, you got that. Yeah, that's. Do you know what? I remember that post actually, because someone on the cruise was like saying, why do you travel by yourself? And it was like, well, that's why I do. And another one for everybody, by the way. I really like this.
Yeah, this was on P&O's Arvia ship coming up. So they're going to do this escape room based on a sort of fictional underwater submarine. So good to know what other ships have escape rooms, because this one looks like a dedicated escape room. For those that have been on the Epic, Pete, you have. They do the escape room on the Epic. I think it was Spiegel Tent that they used to turn in during the day, some days into an escape room.
I won't go there, Allison. I won't go there because I'll still be there now if I did.
Same with me. I tried it and absolutely nowhere near escaping whatsoever. It was just I was totally baffled how to other teams managed to escape from that one. But yeah, this looks an interesting one. So this is going to be a dedicated escape room on board P&O's new ship Arvia, and it looks quite exciting actually. So,
and it also says about your favourite souvenir from a cruise, and that kind of got me thinking.
Yeah.
So I mean, do you have a favourite souvenir from a cruise? And what is that favourite souvenir? Now, I did speak to Chillie earlier. Bar humbug, I don't have a Christmas hat. Yeah, and I said, okay, Chillie, no problem. But can you get some souvenir out from like a favourite souvenir from your cruise? Bar humbug, I don't have any cruise souvenirs.
I don't. I always buy T-shirts. So that's why I wear T-shirts from all over the world and T-shirts from all kinds of boats and everything. I buy T-shirts. That's all I ever do. Yeah.
So if you have a favourite souvenir that you get from a cruise, I know some people get the ships, models of the ships. I think if you do it at the beginning, that's a really great idea. Yeah. So I kind of don't really, but I kind of dug out. I mean, I think my last souvenir is always the best one, isn't it? Like your next cruise is your best one. Royal Caribbean, Anthem of the Seas for the cruise package that comes with it. Yep. So I have that. Do you have yours, Allison? Do you have one?
Yeah, I usually collect the key rings from the ships, so I've got them. But I collect thimbles. I've collected thimbles for years. So I got quite a few from my last. I'll show you some of the ones that I've got. So this is, I don't know if you can see it. So let me put it in the camera. So there we go. So this is one from Kotor and Montenegro. So I like this one because it's kind of a pewter one. So that's one of my favorites from there. But I also have, let me see if I can get these for you. So these are the ones I got on my last cruise. Again, I'll do it that way. So this is the ABCs. So I've got Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Yeah, so I collect lots of different thimbles. I've got another two here from the Virgin Islands. So I've got the British Virgin Islands and US Virgin Islands, Tortola and St. Thomas. But the only place I've never, ever been able to get a thimble from, and I collect thimbles if I go to, for example, when I went to Edinburgh and we visited the Britannia Royal Yacht. So I collect thimbles from places to go to. So at the end of one of my cruises, I went to the Everglades. I thought, brilliant, I'll get a thimble from the Everglades. Could I find one? No. So the closest thing I could get was this little bell. And it's like a giant thimble. If you've got a giant thumb, you can pretend it's a thimble. So yeah, so that's my only one. Yeah, Chillie. Yeah, there you go. So that's the closest thing I could get in the Everglades was a bell, and it does work. But yeah, I pretend that's a thimble. So there you go. I collect thimbles from everywhere. So I've got about 80 thimbles. It's crazy.
We have your fellow Cruise Amigo in the house, John.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey.
Now, don't forget, the Cruise Amigos are going live today, 7 o'clock UK time. Yep, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Christmas party, Chillie.
Well, we're gonna talk about
Christmas. Yeah,
that's the same thing we've talked about today. We're just gonna talk about, cruising. Have you been on a cruise at Christmas? We want to know about it.
I'm sure John has been. I know John just come off an amazing trip, so I'd love to hear all about that as well. I've got a few little things, I guess. I've kind of just put them away. So I did the inaugural encore on the transatlantic, and they kind of gave us that. I did the inaugural MSC Fructuosa. I did that. They gave us that to say you were on it. And this is the world tour. The world tour from Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, which I got given when I was on it in sort of February before the lockdown. And it was just to show the press and a few people what the ship was like. and it didn't sell for about 19 months. And that was the world tour that they gave us. So I've got those. And I guess what a lot of people might keep, your cards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I've got
definitely.
all my cards. Yeah. But do you know what? I'm kind of, in a sense, Royal Caribbean have kind of stopped that in a sense, because that's what you got for the last one. So I don't have a card to go with it. So if you do collect anything, please let us know. And this was a badge to say that the first ever cruise on the MSC Virtuosa, which was it's the first cruise that left the UK for 16, 17 months, a UK staycation, and it's the maiden voyage of that as well. So that's the first badge that I've had, and that's really. And again, I had this as well, World Tour. That's what it said, from Virgin Voyages.
The World Tour that never went anywhere.
Now, can I get them on that? It says World Tour. I was only on a ship overnight in Dover. That's not really a world tour, is it?
Well, it depends on your perspective, I guess.
Yeah. If Dover is your
Lizzie Lou collects Christmas tree ornaments from her cruises and stuff.
I think
and then she can reminisce and relive when she's decorating for the holidays. I think
that's brilliant.
Yeah, I could probably get into something like that now that I'm.
I think on the first transatlantic I was on, we stopped in Ponta Delgada, and I remember one of the women that was on the cruise. She'd done the transatlantic a few times, and she said there's a Christmas shop, I think, in Ponta Delgada that she always goes to get some Christmas stuff before going back to the US. So yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea, collecting Christmas decorations.
Yeah. Awesome.
Excellent. So if you're going to do a Christmas cruise, let us know. It's something I would absolutely love to do. And sadly, the MSC Magnifica is not doing their Christmas cruise and their New Year's cruise. And there are some great deals out there for them. And I think it's all those poor people that are not going to do that cruise now. I'm so sorry for them. I really am.
There's an interesting thing going on in the States right now. We've had not as bad as y'all's, but a major surge in some areas with the new variant. And New York City is one of them. And the Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall have had to cancel the rest of the year of their performances. And of course, the Christmas season, that's their biggest performances for the year. As a result, and this all kind of happens at the same time, now everybody in the world, at least up in New York City, are buying the home test kits, because everybody else all of a sudden has gotten scared with this thing. And now you can't find the Abbott Bionac, the home health thing.
Yeah.
Which I need. I was waiting till up within the time frame so I could buy a batch of them and be good for several of my planned cruises.
Yeah.
I mean, us cruising people, we've been incredible in many ways, because we stuck with it. The crew, obviously, were the most affected. That's the ones we really felt for more than anybody else. But we knew that we would cruise again. And this time last year, Chillie, we went into kind of a lockdown this time last year. And we had the most incredible cruising spring and summer and autumn for the UK. We really did. Now, you would never have known that was going to happen this time last year. And so I have no doubts that come this springtime, we're going to be back on those ships and we're going to be having a fantastic time. We really are. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
So, Chillie, when's your next cruise? Because you've got all these incredible cruises coming up soon.
Yeah, I think
your first cruise is what?
I've
for 2 years?
Like 15 booked now.
Wow, incredible! Next year.
And the big one, I'm still thinking about. It's a 31-dayer to.
Now, what is your big cruise? Tell us about it, please.
The 31-day one?
Yeah,
that's just a bucket list cruise for me. It leaves from Fort Lauderdale, goes through the Panama Canal, and circumnavigates most of South America, and ends up in Buenos Aires. And I get on a paddleboard and paddle home from Buenos Aires, because I'll be damn broke by then, and can't afford a plane ticket from Buenos Aires back to the farm in Virginia. That's what that's the one I wanted.
That sounds incredible.
meantime, I've got I start off January 24th on Freedom of the Seas, and then I get off for a day and get on MSC Seashore and do that for a week, and then I get off for a day and then do MSC Divina. So that's my first getting on cruise ships since for 2 years. So
2 years.
I can't wait to talk to you live when you're on those ships, Chillie. That's just going to be amazing. I think with what we've all been through on the cruising side of things, the bucket list cruises is something, because we've talked about it, Allison, about doing a bucket list group cruise next year, not next year, the year after, springtime,
the Greek Islands,
Greek Islands, to go with the transatlantic, so our American friends can join us on the transatlantic and have one flight. I have this amazing dream cruise that I want to do on my bucket list. Now, I hope one day, but I might need to win the lottery to do this. I know I'm unemployed. I'm no longer on Hobie City, so I'm unemployed. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Do you want my big bucket list is one? And this is a no-fly cruise. And
I was going to say Australia, so that's definitely.
This is no-fly cruise.
Okay.
Chillie, what do you think it's going to be? And I'll tell you, it's no-fly cruise. Yeah. And I think that's the future for a lot of cruises, by the way. We'll do a show about that.
You're gonna leave from Southampton and end up in Hawaii or something just totally bizarre.
Yeah,
do you know what?
I was thinking Southampton, go down to where Chillie quite possibly will be on his paddleboard, Buenos Aires, down round the coast and end up in LA, almost kind of what Chillie's doing, but from Southampton in reverse.
Thanks, Jack, by the way. We really appreciate that. We get that. We understand that. But hopefully you can at some point in the future as well. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. It is. You're both pretty well on it, yeah? And this would be an amazing group cruise. Wouldn't bet to do, but unfortunately, it's going to cost us a fortune, yeah? You could do a no-fly cruise to Australia, right? And this is what you do. It's Southampton to the east coast of America, yeah?
Yeah.
East Coast, Panama Canal, what a bucket list cruise that is, to the West Coast. Mm-hmm. The West Coast, via Hawaii, via Bora Bora, to New Zealand, to Australia, and back again. Now, wouldn't that be a cruise of a lifetime?
Yeah.
I would like to see Pete in Bora Bora dancing with the natives and the grass skirts and things in Bora Bora. That would be awesome.
You really don't want to see me in the grass skirt, Chillie. That would be a scary thing. Yeah, Lizzie, at some point, you have to come and have a little chat with us on the show at some point, by the way, because you want to do. I met Lizzie, blogger, by the way. Met on a cruise, and she wants to do Australia and Bora Bora and Hawaii. We should all do it because I think we only live once, don't we? You know, we've been through so much. We haven't cruised as much as we'd like to. I've done all my staycations. I've not been abroad for over 2 years now. I think that's the sort of thing we should work towards. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Folks, I mean, I'm sorry that we couldn't have guests on because obviously with StreamYard, we know that's not going to work. So we do apologize about that. We don't plan anything. We just chat and see what happens. Yeah. Shy. Yeah. We just chat about whatever, you know. So please let us know in the future because we're going to take a Christmas break. We're not going to be here. Yeah. We're going to come back in the new year after Christmas and after Christmas and the new year. And so please let us know what you think of what we're doing, what you'd like us to talk about, whether you like what we're doing, whether you've got any ideas about what we want to talk about as well. That'd be absolutely wonderful. Don't forget to tune in and see Chillie with John. Yeah. And maybe, I'm not sure if Martin's on. The Cruise Amigos at 7 o'clock UK time. And we about the islands cruising, Pete. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cruise, isn't it?
Definitely.
Thanks, guys. I met Johnny and Will in a jacuzzi, by the way. Yeah, we met in a jacuzzi. Oh, yeah, and they're still talking to me. They're still talking to me. So again, they started doing the cruise blogging as well. Great guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. So I think we all just want to wish everybody a safe and a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
And a Happy New Year. and I hope that your team are winning. By the way,
They are.
Allison, what's the score?
2-1.
Awesome.
Wow, there we go.
Yeah.
So Allison's going to be celebrating. Yeah, you're going to be on
Yeah.
the Scott stuff tonight. Yeah, Chillie.
Yeah.
You guys, I love you guys. This has been great. I give you guys the credit, a great deal of the credit for keeping me alive this past year. So I'm just
you've done incredibly
wherever we are. So,
and that's why we cannot wait for 2022. When we will have Chillie on board all these different cruise ships.
Absolutely.
And my last thing I would say is I apologize so much about my So Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. Yeah. Happy New Year. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye.